So anyway, now that I deleted the old disaster that was a fucking portrait thingy, or where you have to like flip your phone. Yeah, because the LG Stylo has the camera way up in the corner, so it sucks when you're trying to record a video. So, what was I saying? So yes, as you can see, I'm joined by my guest. Here is Scott. Scott, say hi.
Hey.
Anyway, So, let's get down to business, people. As you all may know or may not know, recently over the weekend, the new Godzilla trailer was released, and the most awaited trailer revealed so many things, including the actual visualizations of Mothra, Rodan, and Ghidorah. But did you know that in the trailer it also revealed the possibility of two new monsters? Somewhere along the trailer, you can actually see a mountainous terrain or whatever, and then the mountain out of nowhere starts abruptly moving, and it looks like a giant land turtle, I guess, but you don't really get to see any of the monsters. You just see the land move up. And then in another one where you're in a field of like oil or whatever, there's like claws that come out, which is like interesting. So this movie is gonna be fucking intense. You want to say something about that? Have you seen the trailer for Godzilla at all, Scott?
No.
Are you excited for it though?
Yeah.
He's a shy.
I'm psyched.
He's a shy boy. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, he is bisexual, and he is single, so anyone has a shot. Anyway, so as you can see, I wrote this little Venn diagram right here, which I'm gonna put it in his face right here. I'm just kidding. Shows my theory of. So first, let's explore. Actually, this isn't even it. Sorry, wrong one. But where did I leave that fucking poster? Here we go. Sorry, guys. This is my theory. As we can see, in 2014, Godzilla fought the Muto and the other Muto, and they were both male and female, which was kind of freaking weird. And he won. But now, back in 2018, several years down the line, he is set to fight not two, but three different monsters, and especially how one is like three different heads, has three heads, and it looks like a giant flying version of Hydreigon from Pokemon. So, technically, it is not a fair fight, because technically Ghidorah is three monsters in one, and Rodan and Mothra are two different monsters. One's a giant moth, and the other one looks like a freaking version of Aerodactyl from Pokemon. But the mystery thing is who are Monster 4 and Monster 5. So, you will have to stay tuned next year when the movie comes out. The movie does premiere in May of 2019. Now that we're done talking about that, let's talk about the next elephant in the room. And no, it is not the dog right over there who is chewing on her bone.
It's my fat ass. I'm just.
Do you have something to say now?
No.
Okay, so as you all may know, on Friday, the bloodiest bloodbath to ever come to VH1 is premiering, All Stars 4. And as you all know, this has been the long-awaited season because it brings back all of these contestants. So, for the time being, all of my episodes will be switched from Wednesday to Friday. Right after the broadcast, I will be talking about the show, and every day when one of the queens gets eliminated, I will be scratching off her name off this list until we find out who the actual winner is. So, for 9 weeks, I'm going to be talking about the show. And as you all may know, the rumor has it that supposedly Jasmine Masters is the first to go home. But, I mean, I love the girl, but if she's the first to go home, I'm going to be really bummed out because she has a lot to say. A lot of it. I'm most psyched for, I'm not gonna fucking bullshit y'all. I'm most psyched for fucking Latrice Royale and Manila Luzon because, as we all know, fucking All Stars 1 was the worst disaster since Peter Pan Live. And yeah, Peter Pan, I'm coming after you. Y'all know, NBC, y'all seriously fucked up with Peter Pan. Y'all should have either done The Music Man or a different musical, but Peter Pan, no. You ruined Kathy Rigby's reputation by doing that. And also Mary Martin. Mary Martin and Kathy Rigby were the original Peters. No. Just no. Moving on. So, these are the contestants that are going to be competing in All Stars 4. My money is on either Trinity Taylor for the top 4, Valentina, Latrice and Manila. But unfortunately, I don't know that fucking show. The only type of things related to the show or spoilers have been the ones that Jake from his YouTube channel, Jake TV, has posted videos about it, and that's how I found out who the cast was and all that fun stuff. So, with this being said, who do you think will win this season of All Stars 4, even though I don't really understand as to why they're even doing a season right now? They should be doing it every 4 years to really, really allow the contestants to really build more talent and charisma and uniqueness to really to make it even more bloodier, to make it like an actual Hunger Games competition. But hey, that's just my opinion. But anyway, that is All Stars 4. Apart from that, and now, let's talk to the dog. Maya! Hi, dog. And that was the dog. But anyway, back to talking. And now, we're going to interview Scott. We're going to ask him some simple questions. Scott, how old are you?
42.
Really? You're really 42?
Oh my god.
When you're not on your phone, what do you normally like to do? Apart from drinking.
Smoking.
And from smoking and drinking?
Working.
You do know this is on YouTube Live, right?
I don't care.
Anyway.
Drugs. No, I'm just playing.
Anyway, I like Corona, so Corona's good beer.
I'm not about that life.
So, the third elephant in the room. Grey's Anatomy. Spoiler alert! I warn y'all fuckers. So in the season 15 finale of Grey's Anatomy. Dog, what are you doing? Did I tell you I can speak dog? Anything you want to say, Maya? You want to say anything to the viewers? Say hi, Maya. Be like, hi, I'm a dog. Trust me, I wasn't being this nice to her. Earlier, like a couple hours ago, she was being annoying as fuck, and I kept throwing her off the couch, like pushing her off because she kept annoying me and Scott. But now I actually am nice to her because at some point I get tired of being mean and I have to show all my niceness that I hold throughout the day and I throw it upon her. When Scott's not talking to one of his house, he is on Grindr. No, he's not. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
What's
No.
that?
Yeah, what's that? Anyway. So, I'm gonna do shout-outs now. The first shout-out actually goes to Jake TV. I believe that's his his YouTube name. Another shout out. I'm going to be doing it to the entire cast of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars. I wish you guys good luck in the season. Who else? My friend Veronica, who recently gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. Shout out to you, honey. My best friend Bianca. You know, we hang out every day, once in a while, but I haven't seen her in a while.
Every day, once in a while.
We haven't hung out in a couple in the last few weeks, but you know we're gonna hang out soon, so I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, that's all the shout outs. So, a week ago, I posted on Facebook, and I asked all of my Facebook friends to tell me their top 10 I just told them, give me your best Chuck Norris jokes. And as you all may know, whenever people mention Chuck Norris, they do all this weird, they start making jokes about him being able to do all this unnatural things and like supernatural stuff that he or may not be able to do. So, I actually wrote a list from everybody who submitted jokes about Chuck Norris. And I wrote 2 papers right here. And now, like I promised, I'm going to read the top 10 Chuck Norris jokes. Number 10. Chuck Norris once killed 2 stones with 1 bird. Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice. That's number 9. Number 8. Chuck Norris's tears cure cancer, but Chuck Norris never cries. Number 7. Chuck Norris can speak Braille. Number 6. When Chuck Norris turned 18, his parents moved out. Scott cries after he ejaculates. Anyway. No, he does not. Actually, I don't know that kind of personal shit about him. Because we're not that close. Scott, you're supposed to be on fucking live with me. You suck. Never ask your best friend to be on live because he's going to be on his phone the entire time. Anyway, back to reading the Chuck Norris jokes, shall we? Number 5. When Chuck Norris was bitten by a black mamba, I think it's a spider, after 2 days of excruciating pain, the snake finally died. Number 4. When Chuck Norris had a daughter, and 18 years later she lost her virginity, Chuck Norris got it back. So now, those were the first few. And now I'm actually about to read the top 3. The top 3 are as follows. When Chuck Norris was born, the doctor didn't slap Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris slapped the doctor. Number 2. Once, while Chuck Norris was having sex on a tractor, some of his sperm leaked onto the engine, and the engine is what we all know as Optimus Prime. Number 1, and it was submitted by my friend Max Holland, so shout out to you, Max. Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups, he just pushes down on the earth. Anyway, those were the top 10 Chuck Norris jokes, and I guarantee you if Chuck Norris sees this video, he's probably going to go after me, I don't know. Trust me, Chuck Norris, a lot of people make jokes about you, you should really look them up. So, that's all the shit I have for you guys on my page today. Thank you to Scott for being my guest today. Thank you for the dog. You know,
I'm the terrible guys.
Yeah, he is. But at this point, I'm gonna ask Scott if he has any questions for me. Scott, interview me. Ask me
When's
anything.
your birthday?
I'm sorry. I would like to plead my Fifth Amendment rights, and I refuse to answer that. April 2nd of 1994 is my birthday. When's your birthday, Scott?
October 22nd, Libra, Scorpio, cusp.
Favorite book?
I don't read.
If one train is traveling to Chicago at a speed of 60 miles per hour and another train leaves Chicago at 3:43 p.m. traveling at 50 miles per hour, what time will it reach Waukegan?
3.2578. Another seconds closer to the number 3.
If a cat says meow, what does a dog say?
Nothing.
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. Whatever. You know, we're not perfect children. In other news, I decided that Skitsy will venture out into the world sometime. I was going to eventually introduce my drag character next year, but because I have a lot of shit to get together in line, and most of it being my personal life and my financial life, Skitsy will be a haunted house character for the while being. If you want to meet Skitsy, he is at Dungeon of Doom. He will not venture out into the real world until late, maybe early 2020, hopefully towards the end of 2019. I don't fucking know. It's a lot. Other than that, I have a question for my viewers. In your opinion, who is the most influential Grey's Anatomy character? My personal opinion has to be Miranda Bailey. The reason why is because that woman is the strongest character right now. Even though Ellen Pompeo is my idol and I fucking love Ellen Pompeo. But that's just me. What other news stories? So I was reading earlier today. I actually saw a really, really horrible story. And it kind of made me angry about it. It just really made me upset. The story read that a family, as you all know, over the summer and for the last few months, there has been raging wildfires over California that have destroyed thousands and thousands of acres of land. And a family actually abandoned the dog. Yeah. They left the dog, and the dog survived. So when the family went back to the house, the dog was waiting for them. So here's my stance on it. When a natural disaster happens, why the fuck would you abandon the animal? Why can't you take it with you if that's a part of your family? Like, do people really foresee their animals as just inanimate objects that they can replace, even though animals do feel and they do feel pain? Like, I don't get it. Like, why I have never understood as to why it it would cross someone's mind to just abandon your animal. If you can't handle a pet, why the hell will you buy one in the first place? Yeah, I have a pet, and sometimes even this one annoys the hell out of me. But I know that in a natural disaster, she's the first one to go. She will be put away in a box, and that box will be protected with my arms and secured, and that dog will never leave my side. Like I guess what I'm trying to tell you is that in the face of a natural disaster, you have to take your pet, because technically pets are part of your family. And for people who don't have kids, don't just abandon your pets. Take them with you. After all, they are your fur babies. They are, like Kathy Bates said in Disjointed, kids are nothing but bottomless pits of need. That was Kathy Bates anyway. I'm sorry that she said that, but I mean, her show got canceled. I don't fucking know why. Disjointed was funny. It was about pot. I mean, everyone loves pot. But yeah. What else can I talk about? I don't fucking know. What? I mean, as we come close to the holiday season, I just have to say this. Drink lots of booze. There's nothing worse than family gatherings where you're going to feel awkward because you actually are forced to hang out with your family members. But, hey. What was the best Christmas you ever had, Scott?
When I was a little kid and I woke up and we had bikes and everything. The whole living room, we couldn't even get in there. We were unwrapping presents for like 3 hours.
Actually, I remember that one of those Christmas one year. My family, my mom, she, well, I was the one who got the most gifts one year because I guess for Christmas, I got a train set, and I guess the train came in this huge box. So what they did was they opened the train set, and then they put all the train pieces together, and so they pretty much split the whole box set into multiple gifts. So that Christmas, I ended up getting like 13 presents, like a lot of presents. But little did I know that it was all in one giant box, and that was the best Christmas I ever had when I got my train set, and that was the first time I ever got hooked on trains. So every year I always got a train set. So I grew up playing with trains, and that's why I have a bizarre addiction to trains. Like, I love trains. I'm not gonna lie to you. There will be times where I go into the Metrob's YouTube site and I just literally watched the train videos of the Metro traveling up to either Union Station or Ogilvy or even LaSalle Street Station. I'm not gonna lie to you. There was this one time where I went to Chicago, and I went to Union Station because I was so curious because I have never ridden the Amtrak, and I spent $52 on 2 round trip tickets to go to Milwaukee just to get off in the Milwaukee Intermodal Station, buy some food, and then get back on the train and go back to Chicago. And that was the first time I ever actually walked around in downtown Milwaukee by myself.
Milwaukee is not shit. I hate Milwaukee.
Why do you say that?
It's lame as fuck.
Is there anything good about Milwaukee?
What?
Is there anything good about Milwaukee?
The Summerfest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Summerfest grounds are fun.
Everything on Summerfest grounds, yeah.
Summerfest grounds are the best. I actually got to go there for the the Mexican Fiesta, and it was so fun. But I mean, whatever. But that's pretty much all for today. I have nothing else to say. I went live, so stay tuned for next week's episode where I actually going to be talking about the more interesting stuff. Unfortunately, today I thought about doing an outline, but I was not very prepared because outlines kind of suck, and that's why I don't really do them. I just improvise. And this was the first time ever going live. I usually just record the video and then just post it on YouTube. So, until next time, everyone, I'm out. How do you stop a live video stream? Okay, cool.
Food poisoning.
What about food poisoning?
Because my friend, hey, I think she has food poisoning.
I mean, have you ever gotten food poisoning?
Mm-hmm.
Really? What did you eat? I mean, I got food poisoning once. It was not fun. I remember throwing up a lot, and it was horrible, and like, it was not good. Like, I just hated it. Like, I felt miserable for days, and that was just one time. I forgot what they were cooking. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was at school. And I ate nachos, and I got the worst diarrhea of my life. Like, I couldn't even go to school the next day. It was just horrible. What's the dumbest thing you've ever done while you were drunk?
No, drunk. Jumped off a roof. A 2-story roof with my friend Mercedes.
To what?
On the floor.
Did you break any bones or anything?
No. And we had to run from the police.
Why?
I don't know. Because they were after us.
The dumbest thing I've ever done when I was drunk one time was, so I have a lot of dumb. I've done a lot of dumb shit when I've been drunk. I can tell you that I have. Yeah, but I'm not going to talk about that. What is the worst thing you've ever experienced in the city? In Chicago.
Breaking my toe when I was drunk. Because I hit it on the curb because I wore these to the club.
I don't know. I was so eager to catch my train, and my train didn't even leave until 4:35. No, it was like about, the train was supposed to leave Chicago at 5:35, and I had just finished watching a play. So I was so eager to try to catch my train that I started running towards the train station, and I had money in my backpack, and I had a bunch of stuff in my backpack, and my backpack just flung open, and all this fucking cash just flew out into the street, and all you could see was literally me. Yeah, all you could see literally is me running around the fucking street in Chicago trying to catch all my money, and luckily for me, some nice pedestrians who were there were actually caught some of the money and actually like, saying, "Is this yours?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm so sorry." So at least I got to get all my money back, and that was the worst thing that ever happened to me in the city. There was this one time when I was super drunk and I left the bar, and I don't remember what happened to my wallet, and I had cash and my debit card and my driver's license in there. So I was walking around, and it was near my house actually. So I was walking around trying to find my wallet with my flashlight on my phone, and then a cop pulls over, and she gets off her car and walked towards me because I was sitting on a bench trying to I was digging in my pockets to see if I had put it somewhere in my pocket. So turns out I didn't have it, and then the cop was like, "Are you okay?" And all I remember was like, "Yeah, I'm just looking for my wallet. Just don't remember where I left it." And the cop helped me look for it, but we never found it. I kid you not, I was terrified the cop was going to pull me over for being publicly drunk, but I explained to her, I'm just looking for my wallet, and I'm just really drunk, and I'm just walking home. And then she's like, "Okay, well, why don't I just drop you off?" So the cop ended up dropping me off. So I guess that was the first time I ever been in the back of a squad car without actually getting arrested. The cop was just nice enough to give me a ride home. And then at the time I was working at Dunkin' Donuts, 2 days later, the same cop came to my location, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's you!" And then she's like, "Oh my God, you're actually sober this time." And I'm like, "Yeah!" And then we just laughed it off. And yeah, that was the one time I ever got to go in the back of a squad car, even though I did not have any handcuffs on me, even though I do like to be handcuffed, but I've never been handcuffed. Which reminds me of another story, but I forgot what I was going to say. Any shows worth recommending from Netflix, Mr. Scott?
How to Get Away with Murder. Dexter.
I recently started watching the show called Paradise PD, and I believe it's from the same creators of Brickleberry. You know Brickleberry, that show from Comedy Central where the park rangers and that little bear and that overly obese lesbian. It was Connie. That show was just disturbing. Well, Paradise PD is sort of the same thing, except it's more raunchy, and the same thing. It is disturbing as well, and very horrible, but it's funny. But what can you do? It's comedy, I guess. Well, I've been talking to you guys for 25 minutes. I really have nothing else to say. I will see you guys next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we'll be talking about. We'll be getting into more detail from Grey's Anatomy, and we'll be talking about pot and apples and beer and all that fun stuff. You know. If you have any questions to ask me, I will be happy to answer them in my next live broadcast. If you have any fun topics that you think I should cover, feel free to message me. I will be leaving a link for my Instagram and my Snapchat. Feel free to add me and follow me on there. Remember to subscribe. Scott, you want to say goodbye for the second time? Thank you for being in my broadcast, even though you did say nothing, maybe once or twice or a couple times. I don't know. 2 fingers. Alright, bye guys. How the hell do you turn a fucking live broadcast? I don't know how to do it. Okay, I gotta figure this shit out. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a YouTube star. I don't even know how to fucking turn off a live broadcast. Oh, I think that's it. No, it is not. I guess DX does it. I'm sorry, I must look really stupid right now, but I'm trying my best here. All right.